Oh, what's up, kiddo? Hey, it was those teeth again.
It wasn't teething that woke Jenny, Mr. Hudson. It was your friend, Professor Feinstein. He was crashing around upstairs before.
Yeah, I know.
And now he's downstairs in the kitchen with the television on very loudly.
I'll speak to him.
When is he going back to America?
Tomorrow, I think. So what, if I turn this off?
Sure. God's in his heaven and the good guy got that girl.
What are you making?
Guacamole.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, my body clock's out of sync, Hudson. It's still on Boston time. And Boston's on the entree course.
Right. Listen, this conference ends tomorrow, doesn't it?
Tomorrow, yeah. Tell you, Hudson, the whole thing has been totally fascinating.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, 20 years ago, nobody had even heard of chaos theory. Now the entire scientific community's going ape over it. And its effect on the world around us is limitless, from cloud formation to geology to, well, this bowl of guacamole.
Are you kidding?
No, seriously. Consider a drop of olive oil placed here, and another placed next to it here, okay?
Yeah?
Now, we whip up the mixture, creating a kind of fluid turbulence. Where are those 2 drops gonna end up?
In your stomach?
I mean in the mixture, Hudson. Next to each other, on opposite sides of the bowl. The fact is, they could be anywhere. Like everything else in nature, there's a sensitive dependence on initial conditions, producing irregularity, unpredictability, in a word, chaos.
Right.
My work involves the organizing principle behind these apparently random fluctuations.
Right. Well, I have to get up early tomorrow, Danny, so if I don't see you, have a nice flight back, and it's a shame you can't stay.
I'm not leaving tomorrow, Hudson.
Pardon me?
Remember that computer program I told you about I was working on at Harvard, applying chaos theory to the money markets?
Yeah?
I brought it over. It's upstairs in my case. I figured you might like me to run it for you at work.
At Shane? When? You mean tomorrow?
Or next week. My teaching commitments are pretty loose right now. If I hunker down in your office for a couple of days, it might prove intellectually stimulating for us both. Agreed?
I don't know, Danny. I really don't know about this. There could be some big problems. I'd have to speak to Sylvia.
Come on, Hudson. You're sounding like some British bureaucrat. Just fix it for us, right?
Right. Morning, Sylvia. Oh, Sylvia, can I...
Oh, could we talk later, Hudson?
fix it for us, right? Right.
Now, would I bullshit you, Hector? We're talking quality AAA paper by sovereign issuer at 65 over treasuries. Yeah, and 98 and a quarter. On the 10 million. The Norway 97s. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Fine, 2 million sold at 98.
Morning, Chaz. How's it going?
Oh, today started really well, actually, Hudson. I've cut the losses on my Norway position. You know, that's the one you recommended to me. It's down to $500,000 now.
Yes, I'm sorry about it.
Well, next time you hear a rumor, you try out in Declan, okay?
Right. Sorry.
Yeah.
In the lift. Here. He wanted to see Lee Wolf, but he didn't know which floor. So I pressed the button for him.
He's not a client of ours, I'm sure of it.
It was definitely Rod Prescott, though. He was even wearing the same jumper, the one he always wears for TV interviews.
Well?
I always thought he was pretty good looking. But in the flesh... Whoa.
Oh.
God damn it. I gave Chaz the best advice I could. But I'm an analyst. I'm not the prophet Isaiah.
Look, Jamie's teething and you're short on sleep. That's all there is to it.
No, it isn't. There's also Danny Feinstein.
Is he still at your place?
Yeah.
You were supposed to introduce us. You know how much I admired his book.
Really?
Didn't you?
Frankly, I found it shallow. Danny's an egghead, Max. He's a theories man. You throw him in the real world, he'd sink to the bottom. You know, he's actually working on a chaos theory for investments.
Really? Sounds fascinating. I'd like to hear about that.
He even suggested that he comes by here to Shane to use our computer.
So you said yes?
No, I didn't say yes. I said maybe, which loosely means no.
Hudson?
Max, Danny anywhere is trouble. Here he'd be trouble to the fifth power.
Hudson, you're being paranoid. Maybe we should have him in. If chaos theory is as important as everyone says it is, we're goddamn lucky we know someone like him.
Max, you don't know him.
Fine.
Oh, Max, don't do this to me. All right, look. If you really believe in this, speak to Sylvia about it. I'm not going to.
Fine.
This is on your head, not mine.
I'm not going to make some banker's sales pitch, Mr. Prescott.
Call me Rod. Everyone does.
With your track record in the leisure industry and your entrepreneurial flair,
Not to mention my talent for self-publicity.
I wasn't going to mention that one. We should have little difficulty in raising the 250 million you need to buy this village. What's it called again?
Motisnach. 30,000 hectares of grade A alpine countryside just waiting for development.
Precisely. Now, we could have a rights issue, but I think a private placement is your best bet.
Oh, yes.
We have a group of reliable Middle East investors who are always looking for such well-structured deals.
And there'd be a nice fat fee at the end of it for you. Like how much, Lee?
250 million? Say 3%. The fee is subject to negotiation, of course.
I'm glad to hear it. What about a convertible bond?
A convertible's a possibility. But with the stock market sluggish and investment demand slow, I couldn't really see it.
I see.
Besides, you'll save few financing costs by setting up a convertible. A private placement by our corporate finance department will suit you better.
It was very good of you to come, Declan. And do thank everyone for the fruit.
Not at all. Everyone on the trading floor wanted to know how you were.
You do look better today, James.
Yes, well, today I do feel something of an old fraud. But every time I get out of bed, some lunatic in a uniform pushes me back again.
Have they reached a diagnosis yet?
I have symptoms, Leonard. I have a headache. I have a temperature that comes and goes. I have a very sore throat. Yesterday I lost my voice. It was like being on the trading floor. As for a diagnosis, the quacks here rabbit on about an influenza virus, which means they don't know. In my opinion, it's all stress-related. Well, there's really no reason why Declan shouldn't know Leonard. Tell him, for God's sake.
James's eldest son, Paul, is a fund manager, and he became involved with a company called Maritime Supplies of Maine, MSM. They developed a new minesweeper for the U.S. Navy, very fast, very fuel efficient. MSM were expecting a large order from the Pentagon, and they issued junk bonds to help them treble their capacity.
On my recommendation, my son bought a block of the issue for the fund he represents. Not large by our standards, but very large by his. It was public information, and I felt that the order was an absolute certainty. It still is an absolute certainty. But now, with the pressure for arms cuts and the Navy rebuilding its strategy, inevitably there has been a delay. I urged him to take my advice against his better judgment.
He bought at full value?
Yes, 100%. And they're now trading 87. Paul's assessment comes up next week. When they consider the magnitude of the loss, he'll almost certainly be dismissed.
I'm sorry, Michelle, that was Leonard. He's still at the hospital. He said he'd call you when he gets back.
Oh, okay. Did he say how James was?
Still the same, I think.
Oh, did you know Rod Prescott's in here today?
Yes, he's seeing Lee Wolf.
What about?
I don't know. Wolf's welcome to him, though. From what I've heard, Rod Prescott's a shark.
Oh, I thought he seemed rather nice.
You shouldn't believe everything you read in the newspapers, Hillary. Come on.
So I'll drop you a line to confirm the arrangements.
Let me think about it for a couple of days.
Well, you're free to shop around, Rod, but you're not going to find a better deal anywhere else. That I can assure you.
Morning, Lee.
Morning, Michelle. Hillary.
Well, don't I get an introduction?
Michelle Hopman of our capital markets desk.
Hello.
And her assistant, Hillary Rollinger. I guess you know Rod Prescott.
Yeah. I read about the reserve you bought in Africa to help save the elephants.
Yeah. They walked off it. They forgot about it.
Oh.
Your elevator, Mr. Prescott.
After you.
Thank you.
Say goodbye, Rod.
Chaos?
Yeah.
Isn't there enough of it for you here already, Max?
Feinstein has a growing reputation over there. On Wall Street, they take the Mandelbrot set very seriously.
Oh, really?
Chaos undermines the whole way we look at investment policy. We may spend too much time trying to predict the price of a bond through a company's trading performance. The two may not be as connected as we think. Now, once we get Feinstein's Chaos program on the computer...
Computer?
Yeah.
Talk to Hannah about it. Night, Max.
And this is the dealing floor. What do you think?
It's quaint. There are too many beautiful women around. Don't you find them a distraction?
Yeah, I guess for a while. Then they become like your sister. That's Circa.
Hudson, you never had a sister like that.
Danny, the office is this way.
This bloody telephone keeps breaking up.
Line 2. Hannah's call the engineer. Zahim.
He looks too gomless to mend the phone. Hello? Hello?
Chain dealers. What? What? Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Michelle. 27.
Yeah? Yes, of course I do.
Look, Michelle, I've got two problems, and you and your delightful assistant may be able to help me with both. What was her name, by the way?
Hillary Rollinger.
Hillary, right. Problem one, I need 250 million rather urgently. My company's been looking at various ways of raising the finance, but we need to know more about convertible bonds. I wondered if you might give me some color.
I see. Yeah, I'm sure we could. And problem number 2?
Problem two is that I invited a big wheel in the DTI to lunch, and he's cried off, flu or something. I even brought in a chef. So now I'm here with more chilled chablis and fresh lobster than I can safely handle on my own.
You poor thing. It's not your day, is it?
Well, not so far, but supposing my car happened to pass by Shane Longman at around 12:30, and supposing you and Hillary happened to step inside...
Yeah?
Maybe things might start to look up.
Oh, hi.
Hello, Mr. Telephone Man. Know anything about these? It's only been here a week and already it's not working.
I'm sorry?
I hate machines. And they hate me, yet I have to spend my life with them.
Maybe that's why it's not working. Because you hate it.
You mean I've hurt its feelings?
Why not? See, I adore machines. When I was a kid, I used to take things to pieces. Radios, vacuum cleaners, anything around the house. Just for the sheer joy of putting them back together again.
How admirable.
Well, after a while, you develop a sort of intuitive sympathy with them. Hey, now wait a second.
This is incredible.
Valve was jammed. Simple.
So, when will you come and fix my phone?
Well, the point is, the Alps are becoming an ecological disaster area.
Really?
Sure. Over half the trees are dying from acid rain, and even the edelweiss is in danger of extinction. I mean, what can you expect from an area that's surrounded by one of the highest concentrations of industry in the world?
Hard to remember that while you're up there, mind you.
Do you ski, Blue?
Not very well, but yes, when I can find the time.
Oh, I always find time. Especially when the incentive's attractive enough. Here, can I help you?
Oh, thank you.
You obviously eat a lot of lobster.
Personally speaking, I'm happy with a peanut butter sandwich. Open wide?
What?
I've been told a private placement would take about 3 months to arrange. How soon could you issue a convertible bond?
About a week, depending on documentation.
Seriously?
Yeah, from start to finish, and probably a lot less expensive.
What's more, the coupon will be low, which will assist your cash flow in the medium term.
Right. All the same, I still feel a little concerned. I've been told by certain individuals in your institution a number of different things. I thought you were on the same side.
But we are. These are still exploratory talks.
And it just depends on what is most appropriate for your needs.
And ultimately, who you'd most like to explore with.
Okay, Max. You're marooned on a desert island. You put a message in 2 bottles, okay?
Okay.
Hudson, please, my sinuses. What was it? Put a message in 2 bottles. You launch them into the ocean, one right after the other. The first floats a little to the right, the second a little to the left.
And a year later, one of them turns up in China and the other one turns up in East Africa.
Exactly. So how the heck can you tell where the dollar's going to be trading by Christmas? Or if it'll rain next Friday? I'll get that computer program, and we'll be in business. Okay, Max?
Okay.
That coat rack needs moving.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So, Danny, welcome to Shane Longman. Does this arrangement suit you?
Absolutely. You okay?
I'm okay. You okay, Hudson?
Declan.
Come in.
Thanks, Gal.
What is it?
I've been thinking about James's son, Leonard.
Go on.
If James's information is correct, if the US Navy does eventually place an order, what happens to the bonds then? Both his and those on the open market?
They shoot up in value.
Okay. Supposing it happens before the assessment. Well, now, Paul's not holding worthless junk bonds, is he? Instead, he has some really valuable paper on his books. And he keeps his job.
True. The only problem being no one knows when the US Navy will place its order.
Exactly. That's the whole point. It will, but no one knows when.
I hear what you're saying, Declan, but pushing the price up by rumor is a dangerous game, and at the end of the day, it's your bonus that's on the line.
So embarrassing.
Ah, don't worry about it. I'm sure Danny likes mending phones.
I even offered him a tip.
You're kidding.
I mean, my God, the man is genius. He occupies a chair in maths at Harvard.
Well, I think I'd sooner occupy a chair next to you.
Well, he did try to invite me to dinner.
Oh, yeah?
I said I didn't know much about algorithms.
What are they?
Berkshire, not far from Maidenhead.
Right. And when are you back? At the weekend?
Tonight, of course. Hey, you're not jealous, are you?
Of Rod Prescott. Now, why should I be jealous of an attractive millionaire who lures you to the country for no good reason?
Strictly business, Declan. Wants to get the issue rolling. He's not in town today, so...
There's something fishy about this.
About what?
He's with Lee Wolf, you walk by, he invites you to lunch, and you pick up a deal for 250 million.
Yeah, well... Actually, I think he does have mixed motives. I think he's taking a shine to Hillary.
What?
Bye-bye. See you later.
So, what happened?
Well, I was up till 3, playing chess with Danny, and he beat me twice. And then Jamie woke up and he wouldn't stop crying.
Is he still teething?
Yeah, but he's all right. It's Danny's one who's worn me out. What do you think? Maybe he's teething. Anyway, so I thought I'd stay in bed today and do some creative thinking.
Well, that's okay, Hudson. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Oh, listen, Max. Keep Danny on a very short leash, right?
Relax, Hudson, relax.
Are you sure you won't join us, Michelle?
No, thank you.
Right, let's go.
That's the pyramid I was telling you about, down there. It contains a complete leisure center, including a tropical lagoon.
So, what you're saying is correction. What the Lorenz Attractor is saying is that there's no reason, no chaotic reason, why you shouldn't be investing heavily in that Belgian paper you were telling me about.
It's incredible. When every dealer in London Street and Gale 94 with kid gloves.
Why is that? Because they're relying on a bunch of antiquated and discredited notions, Chaz. The Lorenz Attractor flips back and forth. Watch it. There. Flip. It's a good paper. Flip. It's a bad paper. Flip, flip.
Good, bad, right?
That's it. Like the market itself, flipping one week to fear, the next week to greed.
Yeah, but honestly, I mean, you really, really reckon this might work, Danny? Because I've been reading the market all wrong. If I don't show some black ink soon, I'm going to be walking the streets, man.
Oh, no, you won't. The market flips. Down, then up, then down again. You are stuck in a down cycle, and you gotta flip to an up cycle.
Circa. Gale 94. What do you reckon?
Your pretty butterfly is too clever for me, Danny. When I trade, I just fly by the seat of my pants.
Oh, really? That's an interesting proposition, too.
Hillary, down here for the drinks, okay?
I'll just stay for a bit longer.
There you go. Thanks. Franco, let's have the daiquiris for the two ladies.
Okay, Rod.
What do you think of the latest project?
Wow. Well, it's fantastic.
A tropical paradise on only 8 miles from Slough.
When does it open?
Next weekend? It's already sold out for 6 months.
Wow, another smash hit, huh?
Thanks, Franco.
How was the water today, Rod?
Slightly too cold.
Yes, those dodgy filaments. The electrician's gone to Uxbridge to pick up the spares.
So, what are you planning for the Alps? Another pyramid like this one or something different?
Well, very different. 5 ski runs, made from artificial snow. Right from nursery slopes to a downhill run of Olympic standard.
2 12-story hotels connected by a leisure dome, swimming pools, squash courts, you name it. The rest will be an ecological safari park, including a wolfwood, I hope.
I see. But tell me, what do the locals think?
You know the Swiss. They're rather conservative. But I think we've won them over.
Good. Hillary, come and join us.
Okay.
You seen this before?
Only in books.
Every dot on screen represents 250 separate equations. Nature's own equations, Max. Everything surprising and beautiful in nature. Clouds and mountains, ocean waves. One way or another, they all owe their form to chaos. Tomorrow, the Mandelbrot set may help us to achieve the impossible, to predict the unpredictable. Think of it, Max. We'll be able to see into the future.
Yes! Yes!
Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Oh my God, it looks like tomorrow's here a day early.
Hey! Yes, what happened?
Just follow Danny's theory and it's all worked
Yes!
out.
You know what this guy just did? Save me from extinction, that's all.
What's going on, Circa?
Chaz bought heavily into Gaio 94 on Danny's advice. The worst performing paper in the entire market. Then, an hour later, Lundqvist announces a takeover. Now the price has gone through the ceiling.
Ladies and gentlemen, and others, I give you the McConaughey Golden Award for totally undeserved killings.
It's not everyone who makes their reputation so quickly here, Danny. Especially when they're not being paid for it. Look, are you busy tonight?
No. Not that I haven't tried.
Well, in that case, I think maybe you and I should have a little chat.
It's a shame you can't spend the night. How else can I tempt you? Breakfast in bed, peacocks on the lawn, an Elizabethan ghost?
Really? Oh no, better not.
Well, next time then.
Now you're clear on all the terms we discussed.
Completely.
Because if we have a deal, I'd like to start the paperwork tomorrow.
Well, yes. Can I ring you about that?
Sure.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to make a few calls. Safe journey.
Thank you for everything. Michelle?
Yeah? Why did I say no?
Let's make the deal first. We'll save peacocks on the lawn for next time, huh?
I really appreciate the dinner invitation, Max, and I love Chinese food. But alas, tonight, I'm busy.
So, busy with Circa? Hannah? Hillary?
Professor Feinstein.
Okay, Sylvia. Catch you later.
Hey, you're first on the list tomorrow, and that's a promise. Night now, Hector. It's quite a problem, this. I take another 100 grand tonight, or do I wait till tomorrow?
I'll share this problem with you anytime.
So, have you decided? Are you in with me or not?
It sounds hairy, Declan, even for
You should worry, you'll only have a 60 billion exposure. I'm going to be in it up to my neck.
And you won't tell me who we are doing this crazy thing for?
Nope. All I can tell you is, if I've got it right, we'll be looking at the fastest and fattest turnover we ever made.
And if we are wrong?
Well, in my case, mini cabbie.
Well, Professor, what's your answer?
Gee, Sylvia, I don't know. It's quite a surprise.
Well, wouldn't you say a bank such as Shane Longman should take advantage of new developments in investment theory?
Sure. I mean, the chaos theory is already being taken pretty seriously on Wall Street.
I appreciate that. A large institution, I believe, has dismissed a third of its junior analysts and 5 highly paid mathematics PhDs. The savings in wage costs alone have been immense.
Yeah, I read that somewhere. Just run through it again. I arrange a sabbatical. You offer me a 1-year consultancy?
On more than your Harvard salary. Professor, you examine our trading performance in the light of chaos theory while we evaluate the results. And you also make recommendations on staffing levels in the research department.
One thing I'm not clear about. You said that you wanted me to share the office with Max.
where would Hudson go?
We'll find him a quiet corner somewhere. Maybe on the trading floor, maybe downstairs.
He's not gonna like that, Sylvia.
Professor Feinstein, let me worry about Hudson.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is tempting, I admit it.
Give in, then. A year in the real world is exactly what you need right now, Professor.
Okay, Sylvia, I'll do it.
There's one stipulation I'd make, though. You may find a little hard to swallow.
What's that, Sylvia?
It concerns, shall we call it, your attire? Morning, Hudson.
Oh, morning, Sylvia.
Feeling rested now after your day off?
Yes, thank you, I am.
Hudson, would you mind stepping into my office when you have a moment a little later on? I have some news for you.
Sure.
Michelle? No, she's not. I don't know where she is.
Gary, it's Declan on the sitting desk. Look, you know, I've always been a bit reluctant to have other
When?
people work for me, but I need
Tomorrow?
to contact me.
Oh, well...
It's maritime supplies of
Oh, yes, if you're sure. I'd be delighted.
Any odds? Spread
Bye.
Don't go around the market. Bypass your brokers. I'm not paying 5/8 to do something my trainee can do. Hit your retail names and soak me up all the loose paper. I'm going to be this issue by Monday. 60 million, 100 million, whatever you've got, I'm buying. This is not April Fool, it's serious. Maritime supplies of Maine 93s. I bid for 20 million, 30 million, whatever your size, I'm bid for all. What's up?
Declan, have you seen Michelle? I haven't seen her since she arrived.
Nor me. Maritime supplies of Maine 93s. 100 bar, and I'm still hungry. This is fill or kill.
Just calm down, Lee.
Listen, Leonard, I've just been to see Rod Prescott, and imagine my surprise, not to mention my acute embarrassment, when I find that Michelle Hoffman has been there on identical business.
Only to discuss the possibility of doing a convertible bond.
A convertible bond? Did she tell you that he had approached me first?
Yes. After all, Prescott was trying to find the cheapest way of financing a project, and he'd approached Shane Longman, not you personally. He will never be your exclusive client, Lee. He's a client of Shane Longman.
Of course he's my client. I cover him. And then you start offering shoddy, cut-price instruments.
So what wonderful idea had you offered, Prescott?
A structured private placement.
What charge?
3%.
3%? That's not a charge, Lee. I think it's called mugging.
Well, in this case, Mr. Prescott's tactics of playing both ends against the middle has paid off. I've cut my fees to 1%. And as I've told Michelle, and I'm now happy to tell you, he's agreed. Rod Prescott has gone for my deal, Leonard.
Hi! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Hello.
Why are you out here?
I'm just thinking. I'm so annoyed about that deal.
Yes, he's just rung in to apologize. They were only exploratory talks, Michelle.
That's not the point at all, Hillary. He used us, don't you see that? Rod Prescott blackmailed Lee by pretending to move to us until he got what he wanted.
Nobody gets to his position by being altruistic. In a way, he was quite clever. And we did have a nice day out.
Well, of course, for you, he can do no wrong.
Okay. But the way you've taken it to heart, anyone would think you'd fallen for him.
Me? For Rod Prescott? Don't be ridiculous.
Anyway, he said to say hello to you too.
Yeah, well, thank you.
And he's invited me out to Berkshire again tomorrow.
I see.
Would you mind if I went?
No, of course not. Listen to me. Just be careful, okay?
No. I was careful last time.
Well, Max, your eye-ching was right. The world is smiling again, and I feel great. I guess all I needed, really, was a good night's sleep.
What did I tell you?
Yeah. Boy, morale-wise, I was in real free fall there.
I know.
And you say Chaz has recouped all of his losses?
3 times over.
Just from some asinine tip of Danny's.
I would hardly call it an asinine tip, Hudson.
He applied the equations of the Lorentz attractor to a particular issue and made a very accurate prediction.
Max, please.
Hudson.
Max, forget it. It's okay. It'll all be over soon. Danny will be gone, and my desk will be right back where it belongs. By the way, where is Danny this morning?
Dunno.
You know, I didn't see him last night either.
He had dinner with someone from Shane.
Seriously?
Hmm.
You mean he finally got a date?
Yeah.
Who was it? Who's a lucky girl?
Sylvia.
Sylvia. Sylvia who?
Sylvia. Sylvia.
Sylvia?
Okay, fellas, feast your eyes.
10 million, that's right. What's so funny? Look, don't ask me why. I am in the market and that's all I'm prepared to say. Fine. Okay, 10 million that is, at 88 3/4. Come on, this is crazy. What am I doing? Shane Dilles.
Hi, it's me. You okay?
Sure. It's just Declan and me. We've got this little suicide pact going.
Nearly there. How you doing?
What did I let you talk me into, Declan? It's so risky to buy something when nobody else is.
Just relax. It's just a weekend and it'll all be over.
A whole weekend? My nerves won't stretch that far.
Gary, how'd you like to be my favorite trader?
Listen, Danny. I am in deep trouble. And I need your advice like you gave it to Chas, remember?
Okay, shoot.
Declan, me, and someone on Wall Street. We're trying to encourage a rumor by buying heavily into certain paper. Normally, Declan's hunches are good, but this time I'm not so sure. Is it safe to hold it till next week?
What paper are we talking about?
It's called Maritime Supplies of Maine, 1993.
Uh-huh. That's strange.
The issuing house was Prickett Wasserman. Actually, it's a junk bond.
A junk bond? You bought a junk bond?
No. I bought 60 millions worth of junk bonds. I mean, that thing you were showing Chas, the Lawrence butterfly, what would it say?
Well, probably flap its little wings, tell you to throw out that mineral water and go buy a bottle of vodka.
I knew it. I knew it.
News, rumors, hunches. The chaos theories killed that stuff stone dead, Circa.
What am I going to do?
Declan's making a big mistake. And he's gonna drag you down with him. You gotta get out of that market. Not like tomorrow. Like now.
Don't you think you're overreacting?
No, under the circumstances, the only course open to me is to resign.
No. Under the circumstances, the only course open to you is to tear up that stupid letter.
Max, this is tough enough as it is. Don't make it harder, all right?
Hudson, I just wish you'd stop and think for a moment. Sylvia can't hire anybody without Farrell's approval. And as for moving you out there, it's unthinkable. This is all my fault. If I hadn't been so enthusiastic...
Max, you love Danny. The world loves Danny. And it seems chaos is here to stay. The investment science of the future. Only I don't believe in it. In fact, personally, I think you'd make better predictions flipping a coin. But I have to be pragmatic. It seems to be working so far.
Look, it's only for a year.
Max, in a year, Danny will be running this bank. That's my prediction.
So, what are you going to do? Where are you going to go?
I don't know. Home, maybe. Opportunities for Jamie are certainly better there. I still have useful contacts on Wall Street. Yeah, home.
night, sir.
Declan! Declan! Declan!
What's up?
I've got to talk to you.
What about?
I've decided. Those junk bonds, I'm selling them.
Selling them, we agree.
I don't care what we agreed.
Have you sold any yet?
So far, no. But I'm going to sell the lot tonight. It was crazy. The whole deal was crazy. I was going out of my mind. You talked me into it. And thank God there was someone around to talk me out of it again.
Oh, yeah, like who?
Danny Feinstein.
Danny Feinstein? Okay, listen. I'll take your 60 million. It's my position now, and I'm buying. On my own.
Hello there.
Hi.
Franco said you'd arrived. Did he offer you a drink?
Yes, he did. But I didn't want one. Thank you. So, how's the pyramid coming along?
Fine. We should open on time. The bloke who designed the fountain still can't get it to work, but apart from that. Look, I know I've acted badly.
Yes, you have. Stringing us along like that just to let us down?
It wasn't just a negotiating ploy with Lee Wolf. There was more to it than that. Perhaps you guessed?
Maybe.
That's how it is. Always. Whatever you call it, that split-second moment blows me over every time. You tend to act irrationally. At least I do.
There's no need to apologize.
As for the deal, it's all off anyway. Even with Lee, the mutters and other villagers held a poll last night and rejected our proposals. Well, there've been a lot of historical nonsense whipped up by the local press, especially about the Wolfwood.
Oh, that's a shame.
But one door closes, another one opens. I've just heard there's a Greek island coming on the market. We may bid for that instead. Look, do you think I stand a chance, Hillary?
God, I mean... Yes, well... I don't know, Rod. Perhaps.
Okay, you didn't mind what I did, but does she mind?
Hmm?
Does Michelle mind?
Michelle?
Well, is she really angry with me? Tell me. You think I've ruined my chances, Hillary, or what?
Rod, it's Jimmy phoning from Singapore. Do you want to take it here or in the study?
Okay, Franco, in the study.
Declan, has the price moved at all?
Not since I stopped buying. Not here. Not on Wall Street. Not nowhere. I'm at the tomb of the unknown Bond.
How goes it with maritime supplies, Declan? Never mind. Expression says it all.
You sometimes need a lot of nerve in this game.
Candidly, Declan, you're gonna need a lot more than nerve.
Danny.
I mean, to make a mistake based on ignorance, that's fine. But to try and bring Circuit down with you, unforgivable.
Declan, Maritime's just jumped 8 points.
It worked.
Yeah, Declan. Cheers.
Cheers. I expect you're glad to be back.
Oh, yes. But they told me I've got to take things easy for a while. Was it a strain putting that MSM deal together?
A bit.
But you've made money.
A bit. Well, actually, a lot. In fact, a fortune.
Then I shall stop feeling sorry for you.
Has Paul liquidated his holding?
No, not yet. With the assessment behind him, he's feeling fairly buoyant. So he thought he'd let MSM ride for a week to see if the price keeps on rising. You think he's wrong?
Probably. Then we're all wrong sometimes.
Yes. Well, Paul will have to learn to live with his mistakes. Only this time, it will be his mistake, not mine. Declan, I can't thank you enough. If you hadn't been prepared to take a risk, Paul by now would have been out of a job. Thank you.
One thing, James, would you mind doing me a small favor in return?
If it's in my power, of course.
Oh, yeah. It's in your power, all right.
How do you like that? I'm taken to dinner. I'm promised the earth. I buy a tie. I buy a suit. And then wham.
Yeah, it's bad. It is bad, Hudson.
Who is this Farrell guy anyway?
Look, it's probably not Farrell. It's more likely a corporate decision. That's the sort of thing we face in this bank all the time. Stifling bureaucracy at its worst.
You're not kidding. I mean, how is any kind of creative thinking possible in these conditions?
With enormous difficulty.
You know, I feel sorry for you guys. The more I think about it, the more I realize that I have had a lucky escape.
Oh, your briefcase.
Yeah, keep it. And here, keep this too. It's strangling me anyway. Oh, so long, Chaz. Guy on 94, eh?
Yeah, you saved me.
Circa. Goodbye.
Bye.
You leaving already?
Looks that way. What's that? Scandinavian pulp. You buying or selling?
Danny.
Selling them. Selling them? You're selling Scandinavian pulp?
Danny, we have a plane to
Selling
catch.
Scandinavian
Danny,
pulp?
we have a piece of big
I
boy. We have a plane to catch. Danny.
2 nights ago.
Danny, we got
Trust me on this one.
Ionizer. Shooter. Danny, we have to go.